All right, now we're going to hit how trade across the Islamic world revolutionized world history and truly made us come closer to an entire world history where the entire world is connected. 600 to 13 CE, the Islamic world was home to four of the major world trade routes. We had the Mediterranean trade, the Trans-Saharan caravan route, the Silk Road, and the Indian Ocean maritime system. In short, before the age of Spanish and Portuguese exploration, this was home to the world's most thriving trade network. These routes all linked manufacturers, mines, and the markets of China, Southeast Asia, India, Africa, the Middle East, Central Asia, and Europe. I pretty much just mentioned everywhere that isn't North and South America. The stability of the Islamic caliphates fostered trade routes and the economy prospered. Major trading cities that benefited include Timbuktu, Mombasa, Alexandria, Constantinople, Venice, Hormuz, Baghdad, Malacca, Calcutta, Canton, and Hangzhou. The culture of Islam was able to link all these places among one common trade network. 613 CE, the Islamic world was also a center for learning. Scholarship from Greece and Rome was translated, preserved, and improved upon. Indian mathematicians, including the number system that became known as Arabic numerals in the West, was applied to develop algebra. Remember, we've mentioned this with India. You could not do algebra with Roman numerals. Chinese navigation technology, astronomy, and gunpowder was also refined. Chinese paper-making technology allowed the creation of vast libraries. The tradition of Muslims reading the Quran increased literacy in Arabic across this entire region. It would be common for somebody to speak their mother tongue but not be able to read anything but Arabic. Traditionally, most sects of Islam believe that the Quran has to be studied in Arabic and it cannot be translated, unlike Christianity, where the Bible has been translated to virtually every major language on earth. Also, an extensive education system was established. Baghdad, Damascus, Cordoba, and Timbuktu all became centers for learning with universities. This is before some of the first universities in Europe were established. I can't stress enough, the Islamic world before the Mongol conquest was truly the center of the world's intellectual trade. Now, just a few examples. Ibn Sina authored the Canon of Medicine. This work became the authoritative medical text in the Middle East and Europe until the 1600s. Ibn Battuta traveled much of the known world and increased the knowledge of culture and physical geography. Seriously, this guy puts Marco Polo to shame. He traveled all the way from modern-day North Africa, all the way into parts of modern-day China, all the way into parts of modern-day Russia, and all the way south as far as modern-day Mozambique. Without a doubt, he was the most traveled human on the planet up to this time. Ibn Battuta was able to gain the knowledge of the geography of the Islamic world. The introduction of the camel and the growth of trade across the Sahara Desert led to a rise of trade kingdoms in West Africa. In an age before ships were the most common form of trading, salt and manufactured goods were transported south, and gold, cola nuts, and forest products were transported north. Merchants met in the Sahel region just south of the Sahara Desert. The Kingdom of Ghana developed an extensive bureaucracy that allowed it to tightly regulate highly lucrative salt and gold trade. In the 800s, Ghana acquired vast wealth using the development of military power necessary to become an empire. So if we look, the Kingdom of Ghana was located here in the Sahel region of Africa. So to summarize how these places were so wealthy, so you had salt in the north that was traded southward across these trade routes. Then you had gold in the south that was traded then north along these trade routes. Places like Ghana that we mentioned, Mali that will come up, and Songhai after that were all located in the central region of the Sahel that became very wealthy through this trade. In 1235 CE, Sundiata established the Empire of Mali. The empire was larger than Ghana and more Islamic in character. Mali had an effective bureaucracy that promoted agriculture and trade. The empire prospered for the rest of Sundiata's reign. In 1312 CE, after 50 years of turmoil, Mansa Musa takes power. Mansa Musa increased the empire and divided it into provinces with governors. Mali began to resemble a great empire in world history. So Mansa Musa might have been the wealthiest man to ever live, In 1324 CE, Mansa Musa took a pilgrimage to Mecca and recruited Islamic scholars to return to Mali. While he was traveling, he completely disrupted the Egyptian economy. Essentially, he gave away so much gold in Egypt, it inflated their economy and almost caused a horrible crash. Again, it's hard to state how wealthy Mansa Musa was. Mansa Musa transformed the trading city of Timbuktu into a center of Islamic scholarship. In 1433, Timbuktu was sacked by Tuareg invaders, bringing an end to Mali. This also correlates with the age of exploration, whenever Spain and Portugal began to trade, and when land trade like the gold and salt trade became less lucrative. Again, it's hard to stress the impact that the Mali Empire had on the world.